Hey everybody, welcome to the Garnet guide video. Now this has been long awaited for many Garnet players out there, but here we have it. We are going to be going over Garnet's moves, her techs, her combos, everything. So stick around, this is going to be very informative and I hope you all enjoy. Garnet's basic attacks are her forward tilt, which is a flurry of punches, her up tilt that hits to the right and left of her, and then her down tilt, which shoots out a shockwave that pulls enemies closer to you, which also can be charged and gives armor. Up tilt works great uncharged, grounded, but for a charge it whiffs until the last hit. It is better when it's done against somebody in the air. Garnet's neutral punch is a punch that shoots her opponent horizontally off stage, and if charged it gives armor. Uncharged is just a quicker punch. Garnet's jab could end 3 different ways. If you jab and put towards them with an attack, she slams with armor. If you jab and put down with an attack, she slams them down for a ground bounce. And then if you jab and then input up an attack, she does an uppercut. Garnet's down air is a curved punch towards the ground that could also be charged and held until it hits the ground for a shockwave. Garnet's neutral air is an X attack. Hitboxes are on her hands and feet, can give ground bounces, and it is chargeable. Garnet's up air is 2 punches straight up above her head. Garnet's Sair is an attack that can be comboed into itself as a Sair 1 and 2, or you can stop it at just the Sair 1. Garnet's neutral special is Dance. It gives 3 stacks. Stack 1 is a speed boost, Stack 2 is Armor Breaker on all her normal attacks, and Stack 3 is a projectile shield. It lets her walk through projectiles and kind of plinks off heavy projectiles or outright breaks them. If you do Dance on a projectile, you could stop it in place and hit them back. This does not work on heavy projectiles. Garnet's grounded up special is Spark. It's a little ball of electricity that she can shoot out through her fingertips. If you charge it, you can aim it. But if you just let it rip, it falls to the ground at an arc, and if you give it time, it blows up like a mine. Garnet's side special is Gauntlets, something you can just shoot out or control. You don't have to be standing still, you can control it as you move. Garnet's down special is Gem Dash. You put down a star, and put down special again, and you fly towards your enemy and grab them. Garnet has 2 cooldown moves, the first one being the overhead clap after using Spark, and the next one being the elbow bash after using Gauntlets. Garnet's only unique special in the air is her flying crossarm, which is the up special in the air. Every other special you can do in the air as you do it on the ground, besides Spark and the overhead clap. Marker is a perk wherever gauntlets go. It drops down a star. This does not work in blast zones. Electric Groove is a perk where whenever you do shock damage, you have a chance to build up stacks for Garnet for her neutral special. But the issue with that is your chances are very, very low. It takes a while. It's honestly probably her worst perk. Thunderclap is a new perk that came with Season 3. It allows Garnet to remotely detonate her spark that's on the ground. If you time it correctly while it's in the air, you could use it to ground bounce enemies. And it is even a better anti-air than normal spark is. Garnet's combos are very aggressive. A lot of it is gauntlets out of a jab into a up air. Side B being able to either stay on the ground or angled up to go up in the air with your opponent. In the case of these combos, sometimes you won't have spark, it will be on cooldown. That's okay, you can still get the clap off and that little extra spark damage. Higher percentages, you can get the ground bounce into the dash attack, or if you're fast enough, you can do a dodge into a spark, into a read, into a clap. This can get a kill if you do even extra reads, where you dodge with them, get that little extra percentage for the kill. Bigger characters are Garnet's combo food. Like Jason here, if you angle up your side special, you can continue this combo for quite a long time, all the way into death. Nair is one of my favorite combo starters because not only does it give a ground bounce, it leads to so much of Garnet's util. Not only can it start stuff, it also is a great dodge read move. And if people are at high percentages, you could just use these nairs, these combo starters and ground bounces and techs to do these fantastic kills. One of Garnet's best approaching tools is her IAD Sair. It comes out super fast and will beat out most jabs. Not only can you do the IAD Sair, you could also do an IAD Nair that'll catch people off guard when they're trying to jump over your attacks. Really important to pay attention to the way Garnet floats when she throws out her attacks in the air. As you can see, she's kind of floaty right now. But if I input down before attacking, she does a fast fall, and her moves come out much faster and they cancel out much faster. Same thing can be said for her Dare. Normally it comes out pretty slow, but if you input down before attacking, you come down to the ground a lot faster and the move comes out a lot faster. Same thing can be done with her ground pound. Not only can you do dares fast in the air, you could also do an IAD dare off the corner ledge. Not only is the IAD dare good for edge guarding, a spark on the edge will also be helpful with that IAD dare. A great perk that is very helpful for edge guarding would be Thunderclap. You have a mine that is remotely detonated, keeps people off that ledge, it keeps them on the wall, keeps them getting that wall fatigue. If you have enough time and spacing, you could put it a little bit closer to the edge there, or it gives you that extra space where they have to even go even lower. And if you space perfectly, you can shoot it that way where it just goes next to the wall. My personal recommended perks are Marker, Snowball Effect, Last Stand, and Pugilist. Marker, I like to use this one because it is a great tool to make Garnet's recovery that much better. Just be careful when you do use it, it can be red and people can punish you pretty heavily if you don't recover very well. I also like to use it against characters like Jason or Wonder Woman when they grab armor off of their moves. I could just use that gem dash to break their armor and reset neutral. Snowball Effect and Pugilist both just add more melee damage on Garnet's attacks. She is very melee attack oriented, so it kind of just helps round her out to be doing way much more damage. And Last Stand, kind of the meta right now. Garnet survives for a very, very long time, past 100%. She's a very heavy character, so definitely recommend the Last Stand to get those stacks a weekend and get those earlier kills on certain characters like Bugs Bunny, Gizmo, getting those 3 stacks a weekend on them. Another perk set that I recommend would be Thunderclap with Snowball Effect, Last Stand, and Pugilist. I love using this in 2 specifically because Thunderclap really catches the duo team on the other side off guard multiple times. Not only can you use gauntlets to catch them off guard when you're fighting the other teammate, or you could use Thunderclap to catch them off guard as well. It's really good. You have more chances to hit more people. Overall, just a great perk. I think, honestly, Compared to ones, this is the way to go, in my opinion. Don't really need the extra recovery in twos. I would just say outright, just get the damage perk in there and just kill it. This one's not a very popular perk set, but I also like to run Marker with That's Flammable Doc, Last Stand, and Pugilist. Not too different from my usual perk set. Reason why I like to use this is I love to use Gauntlets and Spark whenever I have the chance. So with Garnet, whenever you do hit off your projectiles, more times than not, you're going to be able to hit them immediately right after. So not only could you get, let's say, Jab, Spark, you get that 2 extra damage off of the Shocked, plus the extra damage from That's Flammable Doc. So really good perk set if you want to do some damage. The full melee set is really good too. This one is more safe. If you feel like you're going up against somebody where you're going to have a harder time landing longer combos, this might be just for you. There you have it. That is the Garnet guide video. We went over everything about her as much as I can, some of the tech that I know of, and some of the tech I've learned off of other Garnets. Garnet is very fun, but difficult to play. She is not easy to just pick up and just destroy your opponents. She takes a lot. With time, with being able to read people's techs, their DI, their dodges, you will get to really see the amount of power that this character has behind her. She is a lot of fun, and whenever you do pull off her combos and those kills, it feels very, very rewarding. I'm gonna end off this video with a few clips of mine, like I started off the video. If you have any questions, if you'd like to hit me up on Discord, I'll have a link to the TVO Discord down below. Hit me up there, as well as the other Garnet mains that are on there, like my friend JB, Just Better Than You, and a couple other Garnet mains on that Discord as well. We're always happy to help Garnet mains, always happy to discuss, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and you have a good one.
This is Garnet, back together. And I'm never going down at the hands of the likes of you, because I'm so much better. And every part of me is saying go get her. The two of us ain't gonna follow your rules. Come at me without any of your fancy tools. Let's go, just me and you. Let's go, just 1 on 2. Go ahead and try and hit me if you're able. Can't you see that my relationship is stable? I can see you hate the way we intermingle, but I think you're just mad cause you're single, and you're not gonna stop what we made together.